Hey parents, this is a video for you for our chapter 14, lessons 1 and 2. This chapter is a little bit trickier for kindergartners as they're transitioning into being able to add numbers and understanding how to combine sets. And so there's no test this week in math. Chapter 14 will continue into next week, and so this video is only going to cover what we're teaching this week. I hope you find this video helpful and answers any questions that you might have. If there's any more questions after watching this video, feel free to reach out. I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of what we're doing, what my hope is, and telling you, like, I already recorded the kids help videos, and there was a couple things I missed, and so I'm hoping to cover those here. So for day 1 and 2, we are covering number facts up to 10, and so they are composing and decomposing numbers up to 5, but also to 10 and even other numbers. So we're looking for them to be able to take blocks or whatever you have at home and to recognize sets. So we have 3 white and 3 red, and so they should say 3 and 3 is 6. And they should be able to add those sets together and recognizing the sets as separate as well. So in my videos, I only covered like the 5s and I covered up to 10, but I would really like you guys to do all the numbers. So 3 and 1 is 4, 3 and 2 is 5, 3 and 3 is 6. So go all the way from like 2 to 10 is what they should be practicing this week, because we want them to recognize putting those numbers together. So let me go ahead and cover, and you can make really great fun games at home out of it. Again, they're not going to be perfect on this end by any means. They're still learning this, and some are going to get it super quick and others are going to really struggle with it, and that's okay, because that's what I know would be happening in the classroom anyway. So just be patient, take your time, and be encouraging to them, but keep practicing. They're going to get frustrated, but just keep pressing into it. Try to make it as fun as you can, make it a game if you can, because these are important facts for them to know getting ready for first grade. So let's take a look at lesson 1's worksheets, which you're doing on Tuesday. So the first page we have count and write circle. So they would need to count. It says there are how many blue blocks. They would count how many blue blocks. There are how many yellow blocks. They would count how many yellow blocks. 4, 2. So how many in all? They should say 4 and 2 is 6. They should recognize that without just counting all the way. I mean, they can, and that's good practice, but really we want them to recognize 4 and 2, 6 as like a number fact. And that goes all the way down for this sheet as well. And so 6, 6. It's the same for page 57, counting each color, and then they're asking how many in all, and reminding them that in all is the total amount. So 3 and 5 is what? 2 and 8 is what? Then the last worksheet for lesson 1, or last 2 worksheets for lesson 1. So I have a feeling that this is going to get a little bit confusing. They get to choose, so they need a red crayon and a green crayon, and they get to choose what these sets are going to be divided as. So they get to choose how many red blocks there are and how many green blocks. Maybe they color it all red, and so there would be 5 red, 0 green. So 5 is 5 and 0. Or maybe they color 2 red and 3 green. Let them decide, and then do the math problem together. And it's the same all the way through. So these two are 5, and then we have 7, 9, 9. Okay, so they get to color it. Everyone's answers are going to look different, and that's okay. They're learning how to combine those sets, which is a really great skill for them to have. If there's any extra questions on that, just let me know. All right, for this second lesson, we are looking at combining sets. So let me skip right to the worksheets because I feel like that will be the easiest way to explain it. Oops. Okay, so looking up here, it says count and write. And now you're saying, Miss Stokes, why is there the apple in the separate box? Why are they not all together? Well, they're learning how to combine them, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. And 1 is how many? Count how many. There's 9 up here. How many more do we need to make 10? 1 more. So they're counting these two separate sets, putting them together, finding out how many more they need. And it's the same all the way through. And it matches really well what we did for their math lesson of counting the two separate plates of sandwiches, counting the two separate sets of apples and juices. Okay? And it's the same on this side, having them count, write how many more do they need? How many more do they need? How many more do they need to make 10? And that is actually it for lesson 2. If there's questions about this, please reach out. I want to help you guys, and it can be a fun chapter and a frustrating chapter, and so just keep working with them, encouraging them, and hopefully everyone's gonna get it. So thank you guys for watching and using this for your resource.